Bonsoir, hello. I hope everybody had a happy Easter. Did you get to go Easter egg hunting? I didn't. Anyway, it got a little chilly back here in France. So after consulting with my dear mother, we decided I would make French onion soup tonight. By the way, in France it's just called onion soup, but I bet you knew that. So what you need for that is some bouillon, I'm making it for about 4 people. I have about 1 liter of homemade chicken bouillon. It simmered all night on the wood burning stove. I have about 6 to 7 small onions. I didn't have any big onions. I have about 100 grams of grated gruyère and some bread. So to start, and I also have some butter, and a little bit of flour. So to start, we will put a little bit of butter in the pot, in the pot soup. A nice chunk, and we will heat it, and then we will put the onions in the butter. So here are the onions. I've sliced them already. They're rather thin. They're sliced in rondelles, in little circles. I wanted to show you how to slice an onion. So we will do that once there. I'll just show you the last one. And then, so first you cook the onions. You caramelize them a bit. Make them make them soft. Then you add the bouillon. Then you let it cook for 30 minutes, and then I'll show you what you do once the onions are cooking. Once the bouillon is in, I'll show you what we do next. Here's the butter is sizzling. We're going to add all these onions, beautiful onions, and I'll show you this last one. So you want to cook it, to slice an onion, you will cut this end off, not the hairy end, the other end, and then you'll peel it, and then you'll hold on to this side, the little nipple, and you can slice it easily, and it doesn't spread all over the place and fly all over the place, and you'll believe that you're mastering your onion chopping skills. So I'll show you. Here, you chop off this end, and then I usually peel them by hand. It takes a little longer, but it's kind of nice to do. And because it's easier to, if you're cutting it in big chunks, it's easier to cut through the middle to peel it. It does make it easier, but if you're cutting little rondelle slices, little circles, you want to keep it all together on the hairy side, you know. So that's that. This is how it looks, like that. And then you can also slice a little tiny piece off, like that. You can throw that in right away, so that it doesn't roll around when you're cooking it, when you're slicing it. And then you slice, it's very easy. And once you're getting too close, you can just hold on to the nipple, ta-da! And then you don't waste any onion. See? Barely anything. Compost. And then you throw this in. You stir it around a bit. I might add a little bit of butter actually, a little bit more butter. And that's a lot, but oh well. A bit of salt and pepper. And that was pepper. Now some salt. Also, I was crying while I was preparing these onions. I don't think there's any way to actually cut onions without crying. I've tried putting bread in my mouth. I've tried putting my tongue on my palate. I've tried a match. That was actually probably the closest, the best trick. And I've tried goggles. But I find it much funnier to actually cry through it. And you can make up a story while you're crying and have your own fun in the kitchen, and nobody will ever know about it, so why not, you know? So the onion then starts to look kind of like angel hair. It's very pretty. You can see that the onions are getting softer and a little browned, and they smell delicious. And in about a minute or so, I think we can add about a tablespoon of flour, just to thicken it a little bit. See, now it's starting to look good. And then I'll just show you one more thing. Did you know that the onion soup was invented by Louis XV in the 18th century? He was late at night in a hunting lodge, and all he could find were onions and butter, and champagne. So he made a soup out of it, which actually is also a good thing to know. You can replace the bouillon by some dry white wine or some champagne. Or I don't know about champagne actually, but you can actually replace it with white wine and make it very hearty. And if you usually do not drink wine or any type of alcohol, the alcohol will evaporate with the heat, so there's no worries about that. So the onions are starting to look very good. Can you see? I think you can see. And now I will add, ooh, they're beautiful. A little bit longer. A little bit of flour. About a tablespoon is good. Like that. That's 2 teaspoons. 2.5. It's really up to how you want it. And you stir this. Ta-da! Beautiful onions. Onions. So it was invented centuries ago. Centuries. 18 to 21. 3 centuries ago. Doesn't seem that far away. Maybe they were better off then without iPhones and coronavirus. What do you say to that? Alright, time to add the bouillon, homemade. I know I said that already. Ooh, there's an onion skin that fell in. Up. About a liter of bouillon. Ooh. make sure that it's not sticking at the bottom. Voila. Bring it to a quick, oh, I turned the heat off. What an idiot. Bring it to a quick light boil, and then you'll turn it down to medium to low heat to my brother's funny. To, what did I say? You'll bring it down to medium to low heat and let it simmer for 30 minutes. So it's just about boiling. Voila. Oh, voila, 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 voila. Bon, ben voila. Now we can turn it down to a low, medium low. And then you prepare the bread. This you will cook for 30 minutes, and then you will put soup in your individual bowls. And then while this is cooking, you can already prepare the bread. So here's the bread. Haha, I tricked you. You cut, you cut the bread. This is baguette, and this is baguette. You cut it, and then you sprinkle it with a bunch of gruyère. I also like to grind pepper on cheese, especially on melted cheese. You don't have to do that, but I always find that really good. So be generous on the gruyère. And then once this has cooked, so in 30 minutes, you will serve it in a bowl, and then you'll put this onto your soup, and you'll put it under the grill for a few minutes until the cheese has melted. Very easy. And then you take it out of the oven with an oven mitt, and you serve it and eat it almost immediately, because you might, not too fast. That was that. And did I forget something? I don't think so. I think that's it. Let me know if you try it. And unfortunately, I can't show you what it looks like when it comes out because it's not ready yet, but I'll post a picture I'll post a picture, I guess. And say too. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. I have something really fun to make tomorrow that's also great for children. So if you have children, I hope to see you tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a good day, rest of your day, and that everybody stays healthy. And bon appétit, of course. Bye-bye now.